Alright, so I am at the school to pick up my daughter, and I wanted to touch on the Tony Snell situation that's across the timelines, and for lots of different reasons. So, if you don't know, let me highlight. So, Tony Snell is a former NBA player who this week is in the news because I guess there's a deadline coming up where if he's not on an NBA team by this deadline, he doesn't qualify to get fully vested. And for a lot, and I'm saying there's a lot of different comments, right? But I think one of the most important things that they kind of mentioned, the reason why he wants to get fully vested, is so he can stay on the healthcare plan that the NBA has, so he can take care of his autistic children. So for those who may not know, not only does he have two autistic children, he was actually diagnosed as an adult with autism, something that I know very well of, like near and dear. And I resonate with this story for many different reasons. One, as a black father of two children who are on the autism spectrum, as a husband to my wife who is autistic as well, who is also diagnosed as an adult. And just for those who may not know, my wife, she is the CEO of autisminblack. I will tag her in this TikTok, and that's one of our biggest drives, is that you can have all of the purported resources available to you, and not realize just how difficult it is to get certain resources. So the plan, again, I don't know what MBA's health insurance looks like, but it probably is good. But I can only imagine that he's thinking, okay, my kids need speech therapy, occupational therapy, maybe some physical therapy. They're probably need some tutoring, and these are things that if I leave this plan right here, I'm not going to have access to. And even though I was a 9-year NBA player, made whatever I made, doesn't even matter, right? Because when we started, especially my oldest daughter, who I'm actually picking up now, when we started out, again, I was still a physician, she was a therapist, and we ran into a lot of hurdles just trying to get a diagnosis, and once we get the diagnosis, actually find services that are available for her. And we live in South Florida, so if we, right, professional class uh, professional middle class folks who can run into all of these hurdles, like I can't even imagine what those who aren't, you know, financially, blessed, right, or even professionally blessed, to have the hurdles that are put in front of them. Like how are they doing it? So yes, I see, yes, a former NBA player, and of course I see a lot of people are kind of going in on him because they think, oh, this guy's an NBA player, he's got all this money. But again, it's not necessarily about the money, right? Well, of course it is, right? But it's about, like, hey, these services that are available, I want to make sure, that my kids still have the availability to get to those services, right? So I'm definitely seeing some comments that I'll probably touch on, and some videos that I'll probably repost about. But that's definitely something that when I saw that, I was like, oh, I know what he's going through.